So lots of changes afoot. I mean, I think one of the biggest changes has been the birth of private marketplaces for video. It's been new for BrightRoll over the last 6 months. We've gotten a lot of great uptake from our brands and from our new publisher partners. We define, I mean, there's a lot of terms that get thrown out in the industry. We define it really as an invitation-only type of relationship between a buyer and a seller where they're agreeing on the price, they're agreeing on the parameters of how many impressions up front, and then they're executing it through a programmatic platform like a BrightRoll platform. Maybe, Ron, you can talk a bit about what you see as the value. Heineken is obviously pursuing this. Talk a bit about what you see the value for Heineken in pursuing specifically this private marketplace.
So for me, it's 3 components. One is the technology. It's now really easy, it's dynamic and insightful, so you're learning, you're applying knowledge, and the technology has made it very easy to use. The other key component is the content publishers and the premium content that they provide. That as long as that's in place, then obviously that's always what we're looking for, right? That's what we're looking to partner with. The third part is scale. We have to have enough inventory to really that makes it worth our while, to be quite honest. So if you have those 3 components, and there's a lot of different ways to go about this today, but that's really what we're driving for. Really, the technology that makes it smarter for us with the partners that fit our brands and with the scale.
Yep. So the brands are obviously coming. Jonathan, maybe talk about what's Vevo's philosophy as it looks at the private marketplace.
Yeah, so we had to go about this kind of carefully, and probably have had a similar type of journey to what big brand advertisers like Heineken have experienced. I think when this set of plumbing was originally created, you know, all the pipes that fuel an automated or programmatic system, it was created for you know, almost kind of anonymous inventory, big huge pools of inventory from thousands and thousands of different publishers that were pulled together, and then a system of pipes was built around that. And for someone like Vevo, that's not going to be a very interesting space. We'll probably never release our inventory into a big open anonymous pool like that, just because we believe there's value in the quality of the inventory and value in the context. However, I think the private marketplaces have been a really important evolution of the marketplace, because all of a sudden that gives the ability for that set of plumbing to be applied to content like Vevo's. And so brands that wants to transact in that way can transact both in sort of the open marketplace as well as with individual partners where they're going to have a dedicated, more specific relationship. So now that that's actually coming into being, and the buyers like Heineken are starting to transact that way, it all of a sudden opens it up and makes it very relevant for someone like Vevo that has an abundance of inventory.
I know when we talked about working with you guys 6 months ago at this very same conference, I remember we were a little bit off in terms of what the prices that we were going to bring to the table here. And now with private marketplaces, you're seeing the price, the brands are willing to pay a little bit more, higher CPMs for that. Has that been a critical component to you guys being?
Are you willing to pay more, Ron?
Well, the truth is we're not looking to bottom feed, right? So we are looking for the right content with the right partners, and as long as the quality's there at the scale, I think the CPMs are there. That's really, and I think that's where a private exchange is different than the other programmatic buying. It is more about trying to push higher up the quality chain, right? It's not just about bottom feeding.
Mm-hmm. And is that what you've seen change, Ron, from your side, that the quality has, obviously this has changed a lot in the last 6 months. So those biggest changes you've seen?
Well, the other thing is transparency for us too. As an alcohol brand, we don't have the luxury to go in blind. So we have to make sure that we're being accountable for who we're targeting and where. And as an upscale brand, right, with Heineken, Dos Equis, and Newcastle and our other brands, we care about who we're seen with. So that's where a private marketplace really solves many of the issues that we have.